Wabanaki Public Health and Wellness serves the Indigenous community and the surrounding areas with resources and clinics.
And apart from their leadership roles, 2 women in that organization also moonlight as podcast hosts, bringing messages of positivity and healing.
News and Maine's Christian Harsa paid a visit to the Aunties on Air studio.
Dungop, Sirewen.
Welcome to Aunties on Air, and some uncles too.
When Lisa Sakabason and Laura Stevens are in the studio, they don the role of auntie.
Any one of us can be an auntie. It really is about supporting people in whatever they need support in.
The aunties welcome guests and tell stories, using the platform to uplift Indigenous voices.
And sharing stories of healing and connection.
That really have not been available to us in this format before.
At the root of the podcast are Wabanaki values.
Respect, reciprocity, of humility.
And this month specifically, love. For their episode titled For the Love of Music, the aunties spoke with a special uncle, internationally renowned cellist Yo-Yo Ma.
Being able to meet with Uncle Yo-Yo was nice. It felt like a reunion, a family.
Even somebody with all of those accolades, he was most proud of how he was with other people.
The aunties also often invite guests from Maine, talking about issues that impact Wabanaki people. In one of their most recent episodes, they sat down with Maine's Department of Corrections Commissioner Randy Liberty. He says being in the studio felt therapeutic.
It was an environment where the interviewers were really concerned about healing communities.
Liberty has worked to reform Maine's correctional facilities into a place where residents, not inmates, can grow.
The way we make communities safer is by providing treatment, education, programming, and providing an opportunity for individuals to improve themselves while they're doing time.
The studio is often filled with people who have those passions and want to share them, and that was our experience with Randy Liberty for sure.
Maintaining a platform for stories that impact Indigenous people is what the aunties see as their podcast's goal.
As Wabanaki people, and I would say Indigenous people as a whole, we're often not the narrators of our own stories.
And at their podcast table, she says, is the place for that.
It's okay for people from many spaces to come to a table and connect. That's powerful.
In Bangor, Christian Harsa, News Center, Maine.
Now that episode where the aunties sit down and talk about music with Yo-Yo Ma is set to be released Tuesday.
You can find that episode and all others wherever you get your podcasts. Looks really interesting.